Hi, Shalom. The real Hebrew Israelites come to you week in and week out, prophesying the return of the Most High and His heavenly Son. All praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of New York. Week out, prophesying the return of the Most High. Double honors to the apostles out of New York, the Great Millstone, the GMS. Honors to all Akim around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and truth and sincerity. With no further ado, we're the brothers here in Great Millstone, Chicago. Let's see if I can position this. The brothers there. Okay. As much as we can. All right. So Shalom to Yakim, who's on Akim, who's joining in on the internet, on the comment board. Shalom, good spirit and party. How about you, Shai? Hey, Shpaya, come on now. We're here. We just started. You already know we'll be done doing it for a little bit. Just in the spirit, brother. As right now, people know it's the Day of Atonement. It ends at sunset. If you happen to just be coming into the faith and you didn't know, beat yourself up. But don't beat yourself up too bad. We all are growing in this faith. Give me Judges 5 and 11. The elder Menazes brought this out at the beginning of their live show, and it's just perfect. This is what we're doing. And trust it, we're not doing it 100% perfectly. And we're doing it to the best of our ability. Go ahead.
Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates.
All right, so he said they will rehearse the righteous acts. All right, then they should rehearse the righteous acts. What we're doing by keeping the Day of Atonement is rehearsing the righteous acts. What we're doing, we're going out to the highways and byways. What we're doing when we're not eating the shrimp, the lobster, the crab, when we're not committing adultery and all the matter of wickednesses out here in the world, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. All right? Because that's all we can do. We're not in our land. So a lot of things that we want to do, we can't even do it right because we're not even in our native land. All right? And then you can say this is our land, but we're on stolen land now. Because the Latinos, Native Americans, which are our people, which means this is our land. All right. Do you ever recall, Mathafi, a law saying that if you're Israelite, you can't go to, say, if I'm from the tribe of Judah, that I can't go to the tribe of Ephraim land? Did it say that anywhere that if you're a Levite, the Levites were in our tribes land? You know what I'm saying? Right. Because they had suburbs and areas in every single tribe. All right. Because they were the priests. Right. We had an open, opportunity to travel through. Now, we didn't have an inheritance in other tribal land. If I was a Judite, I didn't have a plot of land in Ephraim. All right, and unless I if you married if I made an Ephraimite woman and she was the only child, or the father only had daughters, and then but the law then would say that if she was only child, they would have to marry the Ephraimite, so that land would stay in that tribe. So no matter where you look at it, we wouldn't have inherited land in other tribes of our own people, but we had access to it. Right? And we traveled and did that all the time. The stories about it all the time. Where, matter of fact, in Judges with the Judah, I think it was the Levite. Went to Bethlehem, Judah, or whatever, and then the dumb bitch that started the Civil War. All right, but so just this is our brother's land. We had access to this too. All right, come on, go ahead.
They would have took us in because it was hospitality in the ancient world.
That's right.
Just like when the angels came to Lot's house, he took them in. It was like, look, you my responsibility.
That's right.
He cared for them. He cared for the care of them more than his own daughters. That's why he gave his daughters to them guys. Just like the old man and the Levite you just mentioned in the book of Judges.
That's right.
He offered his daughter and dudes concubine. You see?
That's right. Absolutely. All right. So, they stole this land from us and our people, and we're in dire straits right now. But everything that we do, according to the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, trying to right our wrongs, is making an atonement for Yahweh Shem Yahushai and keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. Okay. And I just think it's beautiful times. We didn't have a topic outside of the Day of Atonement. We did a Day of Atonement lesson several yesterday, so it's more just the spirit. As we get closer and closer to the end, we had the blood moon a year and a half ago or so, about 2 years ago, a big magnificent blood moon. We did lessons outside with that, with the apostle. We're here. Elder Manatas was here last week. During the beginning of the month, we had the beginning of the Hebrew month. We had the day of Memorial of Trumpets, which was also a Shabbat, which is also a new moon, and it was also Memorial of Trumpets, right? So we had Memorial of Trumpets, Shabbat, new moon, and the eclipse. That's right. I knew it was another one. We had four. That's mercy. That's mercy. That's for those who seek it. Now, right after this, that's right, Shapaya. We did have about 2 or 3 blood moons in 1 year, not too long ago. The Lord has been showing signs. Matter of fact, there's another sign coming with the asteroid coming close to Earth 2017. This is another sign. Give me in Genesis again, the first chapter. You know what I want. And someone can get another one in Joel or Amos, Acts. There's a bunch of them about how the moon covering and sun covering. All these things, we are living in those day and the age and the time of the return of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. While they're getting that, I'm gonna go get one of these. We'll go to NASA and get their little story about the asteroid watch going on. All right. This is on jpl.nasa.gov, Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Large asteroid to safely pass Earth on September 1st. So, which is actually 2 days away? God, it's going to be Friday at some point. It's going to pass. I don't know if it's going to be early Friday morning or Friday evening. I'm not sure. But why is the Lord continuing to show us signs? Now, before we go into this article, give me that Genesis Bible shot.
Genesis 1:14. And Elohim said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, signs and for seasons and for days and for years."
All right. So he said, let's go take a deeper look into that word signs. All right. Read it again.
This is Genesis 1:14. And Elohim said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years."
So Most High said, "Let there be lights," all right, in the firmament of heaven. All right. So when we those first lights that you look up in the sky and see, the biggest one is the sun. All right. The smallest one is the moon from our vantage point, because there are some suns and stars bigger than the sun. All right. But then we also have the stars. But guess what else is there in the heavens? You have asteroids, you have comets, all right, you have meteor showers, and those you can see it, depending on the distance. Some comets you see, some and if you can see it, that means it's got some kind of light to it. All right. As far as being fiery, that's another story. I'm not going to say that. As far as some of these things, they say it might be a ball of ice or whatever. I'm not out there, so I can't give you the geography of the actual asteroid or a big rock. I don't know. But oh man, I don't believe anything he said. Trust to know that. All right. That's why I'll take. I refilter everything through the scriptures. All right. But he said, let them be whatever's in the firmament that is in the heavens, and those are for signs. So the moon, the stars, the sun, the asteroids, the comets, the meteor showers, all those events are for signs to let people know something is about to happen or something is about to occur. All right? Bible shot.
The second Esdras 9, verse 6. It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
That's right, brother.
Which let you know that this is the end, man.
That's
all
right.
these signs is popping up, showing all these. Matter of fact, I got another one for you.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Luke 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, as we had,
That's
right? And in the moon turned into blood,
Which
right?
we had.
Which it was like 4, 5 of them last year. And in the stars, right? The little asteroids, the little different stars and stuff, right?
Mhm.
And upon the earth nation, that's what we see
All over.
Yep.
I mean, if we got distress with North Korea, man, that might be just that motherfucker who to start, started. You always think it may be Iraq or Syria or whatever. It might be North Korea, be the little ones and let the be drawn. What's the scripture about being drawn out? Let the least of the flock draw them out. Somebody grab that. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull it up.
It also says that
Speak up, brother.
It also says that Moab is the Lord's watchfire, and that's what that's the nationality of the so-called North Koreans. So they're kind of washing these Edomites up and stirring them up.
Well, Chinese are the Moabites, and Ammonites as the Japanese. Now we know that the Koreans and so forth come out of them too somehow, but I'm not sure if it's through Moab or Ammon or just out of the children of Lot, as in it's quoted in Psalms. But I got you, brother. Go ahead. Where you finish?
It says
No, but you.
no,
No, that was it.
it says, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And guess what those is, man? The hurricanes, the different, is what they call it. But ultimately, man, it's Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah running the show, man. And even if it is Esau with his heart program, who allow him to do it? Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah, man.
That's right.
Hey, so the Lord is sending these plagues.
Well, everything is done through the Lord, even if He uses the devils, or if He uses the angels. All right. No matter who the Lord used, guess who did it? It was the Lord. As a matter of fact, let's prove that. That's Amos. You already know. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city? Amos 3:6. And the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? Let's see what that evil right there is. The Hebrew word ra'ayah, bad or evil. So it don't have to be evil as in, like the Lord's committing evil, like He's being wicked. No, the Lord can have something bad happen, because the Lord is the Father of. Matter of fact, what's the scripture say? Get that too. I create evil, I create good, I create darkness. Amen. Somebody grab that real quick. Hey, Shalom, Mike, we're doing a show. What's going on? Let me call you back. We're doing a live show. Shalom. Yeah, his brother can't keep a job. They got his window broken at the job and they fired his ass. He didn't do shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This is Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things.
So the Most High said He created what?
He says
He formed the light.
That's right.
He performed the dark. So
Yeah.
Satan was made by who? The Lord. The Edomites were made by who? The Most High. All right, go ahead.
It says, I make peace and create
He makes
evil.
tranquility and perfect paradise. But at the same time, He made the evil. Why? Because you have to have balance. All right, go ahead.
I, Yahweh, do all these things.
So that's thus saith the Lord. He said, shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? The Most High did it, man. And let's look at what those words bad is translated to. Adversity. All right, we're going through adversity. Right? We've been over here for 500 years. We've been going through a lot of ra'ayim, a lot of badness, man. A lot of evilness, man. All right, but we were just, the Lord says that you stay and obey, keep the law, statutes, commandments. Man, if we would have just kept the Sabbath day, we would have been able to be in Israel. But we disobeyed everything. So what did the Lord do? Well, if you disobey, I'm going to kick your ass out and then put you under the rest of the nations. Why? Because you kicked us out of Israel. What land is truly deserted and has nobody there? All the land is taken up. And somebody took possession of every piece of land. So if we get kicked out of our land, guess what we now just become? Under the rulership of every other land. That's why Yahushua said, go to the other ones you pray to. Go to those kingdoms you fall in love with. You doted upon the Assyrians, oh, then go deal with the Assyrians. Oh, you doted on the Chaldeans, now you deal with the Chaldeans. Oh, you love the Edomites, let the Edomites deal with you. And see how much you like the way they treat your fucking ass. Because you're not them, so they're going to treat you like shit, and they already hated your ass. All the nations fucking hate us, man. That's Psalms 83, man. All right, you got some? Go ahead, brother.
It's Jeremiah chapter 5 and 23. But this people have a revolting and rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone.
He said, man, our minds, our spirits, the pit, the center of the Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, he said we off. We have a revolting heart, man, which is our heart is our mind. The Hebrew word lab, all right, which is the center of your being right up here. He said they're revolted in what?
They are revolted and gone.
Uh-huh.
Neither say they in their heart, let us now fear Yahweh power that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, in his season. He reserved unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest.
And a perfect example is that Madam Logic Bob bitch. If she is a Jake, she's saying, you can do it better than I can, brother. Go ahead.
Oh shit, here's a man.
Here's our man.
Here's a man with a plan.
You know what I'm saying? Elder, he calls himself Elder Tahar. He is leading hundreds of thousands of black men astray. They believe in him. You know what I'm saying? But you seriously would tell your so-called black men, which are the Hebrew Israelite men, to listen to the white man, to listen to the Chinaman? Show me through antiquity what any of one of these nations have done for our people. And every time we ask this question, they have no real good answer to give us.
Yeah.
The most they'll pull some out the ass. Well, Obama, motherfucker, Obama wasn't us. And two, he said we have to take the chip. And on top of that, he said we have to have health care. And if we say no, I don't want it, you get penalized for it. I thought this was a democracy. You lied, bitch. So no, try again.
Right. In order for you to say that we're wicked for condemning America, you have to prove that America is righteous.
And you can't prove that's righteous because they've been hung us, killed us, beat us, raped us, robbed us since we've been here, and it's still going on. And even if you say, oh, it's not going on anymore, which is a lie, it's still going on. Why are we still in this land? Where is the document that shows Esau saying, here, we're sorry for slavery, we're paying you back for what we did to you, and giving you providing transportation to get you back to your land, which we took you from, blah, 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 blah. They have never done that either. So they've never, because if you steal something, an Esau system, if you steal something, you got to do what? Make what? If you hurt somebody, steal something, and do something to someone's property, what does Esau do at the end of the case? There you go. You have to give restitution.
Because property is what, like, it's like 9/10 of the law or something like that. Possession is like 9/10 of the law. You know.
Matter of fact, let's see. Black's Law Dictionary definition of that'll be a good one. Restitution. Just to see what they say. Let's see. Okay, the law. This should be good enough. Oh, here you go. Let's see. Let's see if they did this. What is restitution? Cargo or some part of thereof is hypothetic and is security for a loan to repayment by the bill. That's it. All right. Definition of retribution and criminal justice. Okay, he's so dumbass. Just give me the goddamn definition, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau's a bitch. See, how I want to come in here and get the definition, and I can't even just get a clear-cut definition, man. That's how you know Esau's the
Got a
devil.
little thing up there you can type in the whole word.
I mean, I just did it, and they didn't show me what I wanted because they're a bitch. I got the damn. Give it to me. It's right here. This big dumb. I just should have went to the bottle one there. Yeah, yeah, we got it right here. I just tried to cheat and shit. These motherfuckers want to play goddamn games.
I got an atonement for you to look for.
Bible Bishop, brother.
This is restitution, early 14th century. It's the atonement online. From Old French, restitution, directly from Latin, restitutionum, a restoring. Noun of action from past participants.
Oh, whoa. You can stop right there. We're going to finish it, but a what?
A restoring.
A what?
Restoring.
So if they were going to give us restitution and bring us in slavery, they would have to restore to us everything that we lost, and our time, and our pain and suffering, and we should be back in our native land. And this does not talk about Africa. Oh, they got us back in the slave ships. No, some of us are in Europe, but boom. I'm going back to 70 AD when we first got kicked out of Israel by being forced captives. And the book of Obadiah will tell you that they were one of them that did it. And this was before 70 AD.
Hey, you know what else, Elder? When they came out here, they labeled they just labeled a lot of Gad and Reuben to be niggas, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They know who we are. All right.
They still label them to this day. There's a lot of so-called Negroes
Wow.
calling themselves African Americans, man, and they actually from the lineage of either Gad or Reuben.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. Go ahead and finish that. The definition.
Mm-hmm. It says noun of action from past participle stem of restituere, set up again, restore, rebuild, replace, revive, reinstate,
damn,
reestablish. From which means again, and statutaire, to set up. So restitution literally means to set up again.
That's right.
You know,
because they fucked us up and took us down, which we fell right from our place. They need to set it back up. All right. Now, guess what? The Black Law definition, first word they say: act of restoring. You know what I'm saying? And for you all can see, I'm gonna read out of it, but just for you, since they was playing on the internet on the definition, this is out of Black's Law Dictionary. Restitution, act of restoring, just as in the word. That's the reason why the courts, they use the Black's Law Dictionary. They use the Black's Law Dictionary as the dictionary for all case law, because this dictionary goes into the Latin, it goes into the original meanings of words, so it's accurate versus you think a word means something and according to the law it don't. This is what restitution is according to the law of the so-called land. Act of restoring, restoration of anything to its rightful owner. So in 70 AD, did they sack Jerusalem? Did they take all of our shit? Did they paraded and they set up arches of Titus and what pictures commemorate? Matter of fact, they'll show you they stole us and our stuff through the Arch of Titus. You'll see it that they stole all of us and all of our things, and they show it on the pictures. You can see the menorah right there. You see the tables, the gold, the silver, you know, all the things that they stole from us. They'll show you that they stole it. All right, they took it away from us, and they commemorated an effigy to let us know that they stole our shit. But that was the beginning of us being out of Israel, and until the Lord returns, and we still out of there right now. All right, making good or giving equivalent for any loss, damage, or injury. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. They gotta make good, and they can't make good because there's a lot of shit they can't repay now. So they can't repay what they actually originally owed. Then they have to give you the equivalent. All right. So, what price would you give on the plot of land that was your inheritance? What is your estimation of the value of your land?
What they owe me?
Yeah.
I got a scripture for it.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it."
So wait a minute. Only what? So they shed our blood back then. So he got to die. That's part of the restitution.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That's part of the restitution.
You know, matter of fact, our power said, can I read the scripture? This is Ecclesiastes 3 verse 15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past.
That's right.
Not only that, but double, according to Revelation 18 chapter. You know?
That's right. And restoration of and indemnification, restoration of status quo and its amount, which would put plaintiff in a good position as he would have been if no contract had been made, and restores to plaintiff value of what he parted with in performing the contract. So it also says like you got to put them in such a position that they'll like, oh man, I'm good because I'm back at a state that I was at before you did this to me. All right, before you broke this or you did this or you had this happen to me. Well, they came and stole us and beat us and hung us and raped us and robbed us. They killed us all the day long, according to the scriptures, and have taken everything from us. And not only did they do that, they've been making trillions upon trillions, about quadrillions upon quadrillions of dollars off the backs of us since we've been here. All right. Now we can go to every single country and all the heathen who has taken us and abused us since the beginning. Every nation owes us to the infinity, a numerous amount of money that, and then you look at inflation, all right, and interest, which we can charge interest to the heathens. All right. You can't. It's eternal debt. You're eternally indebted to us. And the Lord is so cold how he set it up. First of all, he didn't have to do that because he made us his sons. We owned everything anyway. But now you hurt us and beat us and killed us and raped us and robbed us. Now you owe us on top of all that.
It's I think it's a scripture. I don't know exactly where it's at. It says, "He that robbed his neighbor of his right is a bloodshed." You know what I'm saying? It's basically you taking away a man's living, man.
That's right.
You know, we supposed to be living off the land, man. You know.
Now we can't live off the land because we don't have no land to live off of. Call yourself having. I can grow vegetables in my backyard, but guess what? It's not going to survive me for the whole winter, and the summer, and the spring, and the fall. I don't have enough land to take care of myself. All right. So go to well, this is Obadiah 1 and 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou, Esau, was one of them. All right. And if you go into Joel, it says that the Arabs and the Africans sold us to the Grecians, man, as slaves, man. So everybody's in debt to us, man, for what they've done to us. Go ahead, brother.
This is Micah chapter 2 and 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress the man and his house, even the man and his heritage. So not only did they take away our property, but they took away our identity as well. Not only did they take our identity, but they assumed our identity. You know?
Which is that's even more an abomination, man. You're not only going to steal us, but now you're going to steal you're going to steal us. Now you're going to steal our heritage and culture, and that's Jeremiah 17:4, and there's other scriptures too. Thou shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. That's why we have to making this atonement to get back in the good graces for the Lord. But tell me what group of people on the planet can say that they've discontinued from their heritage? Now, these other bastards have stolen us, and we can bring that out. You got some precepts on them?
Yeah, I'm going
Go ahead, brother.
This is Sirach 21:8. He that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial.
Where are you at again?
Sirach 21 verse 8.
Sorry, guys. I like to let, especially when it comes down to the Apocrypha, I like them to see these scriptures because they don't even know nothing about the Apocrypha, the missing books, the hidden books of the Bible. You said Sirach 32 and 8?
21 and 8.
21 and 8, Salaki. I read it again.
It says, Sirach 21 verse 8. He that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial.
And so how did they build their house? Off our labor, off our backs, off of us. Everything of us. All right? And force, murder, and death. All right? So they're basically built a tomb they dug their own grave. All right? And somebody through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai is going to put them in there too. All right?
As Scripture says, you shall fall into the sides of the pit, man.
That's right.
You know, you going into a pit, man. You going into a hole, man. I got a precept if I may.
And shalom to you, Houston brothers, jumping on here, brother. Brothers Act, they're saying they're hanging in there, and they're gonna be doing some sit downs, all about their situation. I talked to one of those brothers yesterday, and they're gonna be, he said some brother woke up and just out of their right next to their bed, out of their bed into knee-deep water, you know what I'm saying? And then had to walk and then knee to waist deep water just to get the fuck up out of there 2 miles. And he also said that they're down there in Houston, and just to give you the visual of Houston County, flooding. He said majority of the people out there, majority of people they're rescuing is Esau. He said they're not in Jake's hood, you know what I'm saying? And like the Apostle Tahar said earlier, some of these places are completely underwater, man. The whole neighborhood completely underwater. Some of the water is as high as the street poles. All right. And that's Halawayah, but look, that's waist deep water right here. You know what I'm saying? That's waist deep water. And you know how many viruses and bugs and diseases and shit that this will hold? Every single car, all that water has gone through all their internal engines, and you'll get gas in there, you get oil in there, transmission fluid in there, all right, brake fluid, all right. Not to mention, you got the alligators in the water, you know what I'm saying? Sharks, all right. You got all kind of animals and debris. You got sewage, so you got shit, you got piss, all right. And all this is going into the house. Now we had a flood here in the basement last year. Was it last year or earlier this year? It's earlier this year, and it was this much water. You can see this much water here in our basement, and it took us forever it took us weeks to get rid of that shit and take care of that, right? Then we had to put spray special stuff on the walls to prevent mold and all kind of shit. And everything that was down here, I think about 80 to 90% of everything that was down here was destroyed. All right? But that was also spiritual because we had to cleanse this motherfucker from all the demons and spirits that the old motherfuckers used to live down here. My auntie and uncle, they had to get one passed and the other one that ended up dipping, and we had to totally fix it up and so forth. But that flooding the water is a very powerful agent. And as a matter of fact, real quick, and Peter, he'll tell you that the first earth, was cleared up by water. This is 1 Peter 3:20. But sometimes we're disobedient when once the long suffering of God waited in the days of Noah, while the ark wasn't preparing, wherein few, that is, 8 souls were saved by water. Well, if 8 souls were saved by water, how many souls were killed by the water? By that rain? Millions. No, it's like billions, because there's nothing new under the sun. The Lord, according to Genesis 1 and 20 and 21, made all living creatures in abundance. We weren't the first people. There were people on this earth, and they were in abundance, billions. All right, and so by the time of Noah, billions were killed, 8 were saved.
Shah said, as it was in the days of Noah, so
Right.
shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man.
There you go.
Just like how it was back then, it's the same now.
That's right.
Millions of people are upon this earth today, as it was back then.
That's right.
Got a scripture for you?
Bible share, brother.
This is First Maccabees 2, and I'm gonna start at 50. It says, I'm gonna start at 49. It says, now when the time drew near that Matthias should die, he said to his sons, now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength in the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation, which, hey, it's got its full strength now, man. Now at the end. You know, the angel told Ezra what? That, hey, even more evils and wickedness shall increase from what you see.
That's right.
It says, 2nd Ezra 8, and I believe it's verse 50 and 51. It says that many great miseries shall be upon this people because they walk in great pride, man.
That's right.
Hey, I watched the video earlier. It was, hey, speaking of the Houston brothers, it was this nigga woman right down in Houston. She made a video on her car crying like a mud, but prideful as hell, man. How you prideful at the same time but crying? And you know what I'm saying? That don't make sense, man. And in her rant, she talked about how nobody was taking care of her, how the flood is fucking up her money, her flow. You know what I'm saying? And that's people walking in great pride, man. You know? It says, but verse 50, it says, now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in intentions, and was it imputed, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness?
Right.
Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt. Phineas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. It says Jesus here was talking about Joshua, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Elias, which is Elijah, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven. Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael, which is the Babylonian names.
Right, kind of Shadrach, Meshach,
The water. There you go. It says, Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael, by believing, were saved out of the flame. Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions.
That's right.
And thus consider ye throughout all ages.
That's right. To all ages?
Throughout all ages.
Is this an age?
Yes, sir.
So I can go ahead and by accentuation of the scriptures, all right, that these brothers out there in Houston, they're going to be saved out of that flood. You know what I'm saying? That the righteous men of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, according to the scriptures, are going to be saved out of this Babylon, the pit, Europe, the pit, out of Chinese pit, out of Australian pit, out of all these goddamn pits, man. Go ahead.
It says, and thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. You know,
that's right.
And that's our faith, man, which goes to Romans 15:4. The things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. Sirach 2:10. It says what? It says that look to the generations of old. How do we do that? By searching these scriptures.
That's right.
And see whoever called upon the name of the Lord and was forsaken, or whoever feared him was confounded. You know.
I got you got some more?
That's right.
I got a precept about what you said about that nigga woman, how she was proud. It's Ezekiel 7:9. I'm gonna read down to 13 if I may. And my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, and the abominations that are in the midst of thee. You shall know that I am Yahweh that smiteth thee. Right. So, hey, man, it's gonna come to a point where things gonna get so bad that they're gonna know, man, that it's the Most High, man.
That's right. Because right now, They'll think this is just nature. This is Mother Nature right here, just doing this, right? But see, you couple what's going on in Houston with North Korea uh, testing, missile.
Shot that missile.
Right over there. You go. I knew, yeah, over Japan, and I had this scripture. I'll pull it right back up. This is Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Edom, which is the so-called white man, and his purpose that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So if you're not, I'm not, it could be Syria, it could be North Korea, it could be, one of these it's like smaller nations. Give me 1 second. Somebody text me.
It could be them Khazars. Them Khazars can do something stupid.
That's right. Yeah. So-called Israelis, right? But look at this. North Korea, they shoot and then they televise it too, and they're showing it all. I think that was on RT.com. I think it's they're still up on their main part, and they had, it was in the article I was reading earlier today. Let's see. Yeah, they went down. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's. They already took it. Oh, here you go. Here you go. North Korea releases footage of missile launch over Japan. They're showing all their people. This is fun to them. This is exciting to them. They're showing us, hey, we little guys. Now you got to look at how significant this is. Let's go look up North Korea. All right. North Korea. I'm gonna look at the map and look how small they are in comparison to the United States. If you was really dealing with you got a giant dealing with a relatively small yeah, okay, well, I'll click on this one. This might be good. Let's see if I can get this a good map. This motherfucker is the size of a goddamn state, man. All right, the continent of Asia, where you got China and so forth. Right there, that's Korea. All right. Now you look at America. This right here would even be the size of goddamn in Maine or Rhode Island or, basically a state. Florida maybe. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if it was even California. You know what I'm saying? Look at that size compared to our size. We would obliterate them, and so quickly it wouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are vexing the shit out of Donald Trump and vexing the shit out of United States elites, which all this shit is fucking designed by fucking they have their Illuminati on the left side. They know what the fuck they're doing, all right? But they're small. They're nothing. We can send up. They dropped Hiroshima and Nagasaki on Japan, and Japan is small. They can drop atomic bombs on them and obliterate all of them. All right? But the Lord is setting this up. This is the Lord. Matter of fact, Obadiah, he'll tell you. And Obadiah, the first chapter, he says, this is rumors of war, all right? The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. And that's exactly what the Lord is doing. He's stirring the pot. He's getting these little nations, these middle-sized nations, these large nations to hate Esau, hate America. All right. Now you got Russia, who is Esau, hating the shit out of America, which is Esau. It got nation divided against itself, which is going to fall. All right. Go ahead, brother.
This is Ezekiel 7:10. Behold the day, behold it is come. The morning is gone forth. The rod has blossomed. That rod is blossoming, man. The Lord's about to get ready to put his rod upon this whole earth, man. Okay? And hey, especially on you niggas, man. Hey, because it's a saying, man. It says when the so-called white man gets a cold, you niggas in the ghetto get the flu, man. Hey, but this time you finna get pneumonia, man. All right? Pride hath budded. Right, like the brother was saying about the nigga woman in the car, man. you know, crying about, you know, her losing her money and shit like that. That pride is butted, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's this is the most proudest that anybody's ever been on the planet, man. You know, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of the multitudes, nor of any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them, right? Because there's gonna be so many dead people after a while, they ain't gonna be able to be mourned. It takes time to mourn people, and it takes time to bury people. The time has come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice. Right, so all you people that's going out, these people that's going out, man, just buying this shit, shopping. That's all America is, man. A big ass shopping mall, man. Yup, that the land of traffic. Nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. For the seller shall not return that which is sold. Right, so and all these financial analysts, they're saying it, man. They're saying when this shit goes down, when this shit gets shut down, when these lights go out, they're not coming back on. You know, you hear all these people talk about a reset button. There is no reset button, man. Right. The Lord's about to take the whole system and just throw it on the ground, man.
It's a reset button that they don't know about. Right. You know, the reset button is those nukes, man. Yeah. It's going to go back to Idan. It's going to go back to paradise. Everything going to be reset to its natural order. Hey, that's what Jake on top, man.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Can I say something real quick?
Good, brother.
It remind me that fat kid on the internet that always break his damn video game and shit. People be calling him fat. He ain't gonna take the whole system and smash it, man. It ain't gonna be no putting together like that Humpty Dumpty story, man. Okay? For the seller should not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive. For the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof. Everybody. Anybody gonna get away, man. Tom Hanks, Ben Affleck. It don't matter who the fuck you is, man. This shit is gonna fucking overshadow you, man. Which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. You know? So hey, man, you ain't gonna hey, that pride is butted, man, but that's how the Lord like to do things, man. He raised up this country, made it great, so he can knock it down, man. That's what you do when you go to prison. You knock out the biggest dude, man. Go beat him in the head with a damn food tray, man. And that's the same concept, man.
That's right. And I'm trying to find that scripture that the Lord is talking about how the earth is going to be quiet again. It's going to be quiet again. I'm trying to think of the word.
Trees rejoice?
No. But go ahead, brother.
The earth be at rest.
I mean, something.
Earth is at rest.
I got Joel 3, because ultimately, man, y'all about Sham y'all shot muster in the battle, as it says in Zephaniah 3. About the shot. Zephaniah. Let me grab the Zephaniah. You can start with that Joel.
It's Joel 3. I'm gonna start at 9.
No, 31.
31. Mm-hmm. Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And this prophecy is happening right now, man. Because the Lord said he will bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. That's Shawah, meaning he's going to return us, man. We're coming out of that captivity, as you see now, man. And that captivity is what? It was that cup, and that cup is being passed unto who? Our enemies, man, according to Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. And it says that the Lord is gathering them to the valley of Jehoshaphat. So we see all these rumors of wars. Hey, they're going to be gathering in the Middle East, which, hey, is happening right now, man. Wherever.
He says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
And the Lord ain't going to plead like, okay, come on, you guys, stop this. You know, give my people back their land. You know, ain't none of that, man. Hey, that plea in the Hebrew is shapat, which means judge, man. Right. In Isaiah the 66th chapter, the Lord said he will plead with fire, man.
That's right.
You see?
Yeah, the word plea in the Hebrew means to bring a case up against. That's judgment. All right? When the Lord says, I stand up to plead and judge the people. Yeah, plea means I got a lawsuit against your ass. You fucked up.
Controversy is on.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta pay for this. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen because people don't know their words, man. They'll look at plea as in like, oh please, right. I'm begging. Don't do this. Like the Lord got to beg you to do something right, man. No, the Lord just tell you, do this. Like Apostle Ron, because I say so. You know, the Lord said, because I say so. All right?
That's right.
I'm gonna put in plead, and one I really want is Isaiah the third. I think it's the third chapter, because it said the Lord will stand up to the plead. Here you go. This Isaiah 3:13. The Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people, which He tell you what it really means. But let's go click on the word plead. It's going to tell you to strive, to contend, to strive physically or with words, to conduct a case or a suit, a legal suit, to sue, make a complaint, to quarrel, to contend against. All right, and there you go. Hold the controversy. There's your controversy. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord. That's not begging and shit. I beg and pee for your sympathy. Ain't none of that shit. Cause I don't mind because you mean that, but no, the Most High is not pleading with you like that. He's actually got a case against you. It's judgment. That's why the scripture has said He standeth up to plead, to say He got a case against you. And then what happens when you go to sue someone? What the end result comes out of what? A judgment. Either for you, and this is what we're hoping for. Lord brought a case up against us, man. Y'all broke the covenant. We had a contract. I've been in fulfilling my bargain. I've been fulfilling my part. What the fuck? You've been just taking and 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 then taking some more. Motherfucker, we still in slavery and still taking. Most High is pissed, man. Now His fury is starting to come out through the hurricanes, coming out through the missile launchings, coming out through the wildfires, coming out through the civil unrest, the race wars. There's race wars going on in every single goddamn continent, man. You got the Muslims fighting that white man. You got niggas fighting the white man. You got fucking Chinese fighting the white man. You know what I'm saying? You got a Ham fight. Everybody against the white man, man. And it's beautiful, man. But there's other ones fighting each other too. All right? And that's why this place is an upheaval right now. And just as the Lord has said it, and is still doing it in such a way where it's happening right in front of your face, but motherfuckers don't see it happening right in front of their face.
Those are the people that are going to be casualties.
That's right.
You know, the people that are blind, the people that can't spiritually discern the times and what's going on. They're going to most likely, I'm going to say they're going to be casualties because they don't even. The Lord's going to come upon those people.
All the wicked is going to be casualties. So you're absolutely correct, brother. The only ones who are not going to be casualties is the righteous elect. And even if the ones who die of the righteous elect, they're going to the kingdom and they're going to be the first one to come down and get the spiritual power. So that's not a casualty to me. That's victory. You know. Go ahead.
And then it says, they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
And parted the Lord's land, man. You can read that, and I believe it's Ezekiel the 36th chapter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab that real fast. This is all prophecy, man, that came to pass and that is coming to pass, right? This is Ezekiel 36, verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, right? So it mentioned the heathen, and against all Idumea.
That's right. Can somebody do it?
All Idumea.
Man, the earth is in turmoil, and the Lord got a hit on who?
All Idumea.
Man.
It's
not a good day to be a white man. Back in the day, what did King David say? I was jealous and I almost wanted to be one of them. Damn, he's like, God damn, I was jealous at the heathen. Yeah, all of us went through a period of growing up like, God damn, the white people, they're the ones in power. They get all this kind of, damn, I wish I was black. I mean, I wish I was not black, you know. Oh, I got. So I'm. What's your nationality? Oh, I got black. I got Chinese. I got Cherokee. I got white. And everybody was, I got white in me. Now, man, I regret every time I said this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It says, which have appointed my land into their possession. When did that happen, man? The Balfour Declaration, man. And how long ago this was written? You see? But the Bible ain't real. It says, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for prey. So these heathens appointed the land into their possession, man. like it just said, they said in Joel, they parted our land. So therefore, in Zephaniah 3:8, the Lord tells us this. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh Basham Yahushai, until the day that I rise up to the fray. Hey, so we ain't doing nothing, man. We prophesying this word. We ain't got no coups. We ain't setting up no motherfucking militias or nothing, man. Shit, we already set the ambushes, man. It started in the late 60s. You see?
That's one of my favorite scriptures in Jeremiah. Prepare the ambushes, because we're the secret armed forces of the secret angelic forces. We're the Navy SEALs of the Most High. We're the Army Rangers of the Most High. We're the whatever the elite forces or whatever the Stetsnaks or the whatever. We are those ones. We're the Lord has sent His best men undercover. And that's us. Let them finish it. You got to go ahead.
It says, "For my determination
ready to come out."
It says, "For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." Man. So the Lord got a controversy with the inhabitants of this world. You see,
starting with who?
Esau, Edom.
Oh,
starting with Jacob.
2/3 niggas, man.
Of course, Salaki. The scripture says that judgment shall begin with the house of Israel.
I want to say that because everybody want to cuss us out for wanting to hurt this people and that people and hate this person and hate that person. When we always say we hate 2/3, 66% of our own people first. We always say we'll start with Apostle Tahar. We'll jump over the Edomite to kill the wicked ass nigga first, man. And after we get, go ahead.
Because they wicked earth.
That's right. That's right. Because the Lord gave us the glory. He gave us the bloodline. He gave us the heritage. He made us angels. We must be righteous angels. We must be righteous sons. There is no option. There is no alternative. There is no trapdoor, backdoor shit. All right? We have to be righteous. And without that, the Most High is going to kill them. He has no other choice. All right? Go ahead.
This is Zechariah.
Was there still more there?
No, that was it.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
This is Zechariah chapter 12:2. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people around about, when they shall be in the sea.
So where is Jerusalem at? We're everywhere. You got Jake in Europe, and from the Russias to the Scotlands and Britain, Londons, and so forth. We got Jake in Asia, from China to Iraq to Syria to the Middle East, all right, to South America, to North America, to Australia, Greenland, Antarctica, wherever there's people are, there's Jake. So now we got Jake scattered abroad to every single land. Go ahead, read that again.
Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling.
So no matter where they are, they're going to be a cup of trembling no matter where they are. Go ahead.
Unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege, both against Judah and Jerusalem. And in that day, I will make Jerusalem a burdensome stone. So
this, man, you're going to have a hard time. None of your shit is going to be easy, man. And as you think you're going ahead and, what the scripture says, the fullness of your sufficiency, that's when you're going down, nigga. When they come in like a flood, that's when the Lord's going to lift up that standard, nigga.
For all people, all that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces.
And so guess what Jews are going to end up doing? Cutting in pieces, man. All these damn nations, man.
Lying amongst the sheep.
That's right.
So all the people of the earth be...
Don't get it twisted. There's going to be a lot of 2/3 being killed. There's going to be millions, if not billions, of niggas being killed. But there's going to be even more of you heathen-ass nations being destroyed.
It's supposed to say, right? The bridegroom for cry bitterly.
That's right.
She have no husband. Basically, these men, they going to get their ass whacked.
Right.
These niggas, these emotional ass, mama boy ass niggas, soon shit crack, man. They gonna wild out. They don't think strategically at all.
Man, motherfuckers go get their pistol, man. Mm-hmm. How quickly they gonna run out of bullets?
The same day.
What you mean within 10, 15 minutes? First of all, they gonna be busting and wasting more. As soon as you click, shit.
Ain't shot shit.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be able to say, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold these. I'm gonna make these like the movies. I'm gonna make these 8 bullets last and use them strategically. That's not gonna happen. They watch too many Hollywood movies. They think that shit just gonna keep shooting it. You'll never see the motherfucker with one gun shoot about 50 motherfuckers.
Shooting sideways and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Shooting underneath.
Bad aim. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, where I'm from, we got a term. Where I'm from is that we got a term. It's called tree shooting, man.
Yeah.
Because a nigga trying to shoot a nigga, he missed the nigga, but hitting all trees all around.
That's right, man. That's right.
Though all the people of the earth be gathered against it. And that day, said Yahweh, I will smite every horse with astonishment and his rider with madness, and I will open my eyes upon the house of Judah.
That's right.
Hey, judgment gonna begin
And the house
right
of
here.
Israel, right?
And
Go ahead.
will smite every horse of the people with blindness.
That's right. So the Lord said he's going to smite the people with blindness. He's going to fuck this place up. And back to what we said a few moments ago, the end result is this going to be a quiet place again. All right, you can get that too. I got that. This is going to be quiet, bro. The Lord is about to tear this place up. This is Wisdom of Solomon 18. I'll start with 7. So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies.
And that's balance, man.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
balance. That's accepting our salvation and destruction. Because without the destruction coming, our salvation can't come.
That's right. For wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us, whom thou hadst called. For the righteous good children of good men did sacrifice secretly, and with one consent made a holy law, that the saints should be like partakers of the same good and evil. The Father's now singing out the songs of praise, which is what we're really doing. And we're all going through the same bullshit. But the end result is going to be what? All right. But on the other side, there sounded an ill according cry of the enemies, and a lamentable noise was carried abroad for the children that were bewailed. That's why this earth is going into a wailing. There's birthing, growing pains of the kingdom. There's contractions. That means all these nations are wailing. They're getting further and further more upset and going crazy and losing their mind. Oh, from the wicked 2/3 to the heathens. The master and the servant were punished after one manner, and like as the king, so suffered the common person. Lord's about to start fucking up these elites, from the presidents to the prime ministers to the super elites behind the scenes, to all the way down to common as Jake, to common as Esau, common as fucking peasants. All right. He says, so they all together had innumerable dead with one kind of death, neither were the living sufficient to bury them. And that's what's about to happen. There's going to be so much carnage. It's like, damn, I got to bury what? I can't do this. It'll take me a lifetime to bury all these. I'll have to bury 100 motherfuckers a day just to put a dent in this shit. And by the time, 30 years go by, it's still going to be dead, stanky motherfuckers there.
Hey, burying one motherfucker, that take a damn whole day, man.
Burying a dog.
And then imagine if you haven't ate shit in fucking 5 days. You ain't got no damn strength to bury nothing.
Man, we had to bury Coco a couple years ago, and I don't know who was back there with us. Remember that? It took like 3-4 men to bury the dog. Like, we had to dig a 4-foot hole, deep enough so where you put lime on one layer. First, we dug the hole, then put the dog in. They had to put lime, a layer of lime, then put I think a plastic bag and some lime over there. Then put another layer of dirt and some more lime and some more dirt and some more lime and some more dirt until we filled the hole back up. To this day, you don't smell the damn dog. Why? Because we did it the right way. But that took that much to bury one dog. What is there? They're reputed to be around 8 to 10 billion people on the planet. All right. There's going to be over 500 million people destroyed, bro. Over half. All right. And I might be getting it light. I don't know the ultimate number. It's going to be a lot. All right. It says, so that they all together had innumerable dead with one kind of death. Neither were the living sufficient to bury them. For in one moment the noblest offspring of them was destroyed. For whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments, and What's all around here today? Enchantments. We got the TV, we got the movies, you got the radio, you got the music, you got the advertisements, you got the newspaper, you got the magazines, you got the books, you got all. Then you got everybody's own fucking imagination, man, who's believing all kind of shit.
Around with that ready-made add water philosophy, man.
That's right, man.
Just whatever they think at that time, like nothing to back it up. Nobody, some shit nobody even told.
Well, I believe this is what's trying to run up the bound.
I hear it all the time. I hear it almost every day. I'm breaking bread with a female at the job, and she's like, "Well, I see that. I see what you're saying, but I believe." And it's like, how you see that, and then you believe something different, you know? Because then that means you don't. What you see is madness. All right. For as they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledged this people to be the sons of God. For while all things were in quiet silence, and in that night was in the midst of her swift course, thine almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war and the destruction.
And that's how you know. Wait, when you read the book of Exodus, it says that the Lord told the children of Israel to put that blood on the doorpost, and it said because when the destroyer come, he will see the blood and pass over the house.
That's right.
So it just said that all the firstborns died. The destroyer came and killed them, and it says thy almighty word left out from the throne. Who is the word?
Yahweh
Shai. That's how we know Jeremiah 4:7. It says what? The destroyer of the Gentiles
That's
are
right.
on his way, man.
That's right.
That's our Lord, our Savior.
That's right. And it is proven Yahweh Shai in the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? Again, all right. For those Old Testament Israelites, we don't even have to use the New Testament. We got you. All right. But we still gonna use both because we got Yahweh Shai said he came in the volume of the book. So thine almighty word, Yahweh Shai, leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne. Who's at the right hand of the Lord? Yahweh Shai. As a fierce man, pissed the fuck off, of war. Did not Yahweh say he was a man of war? Into the midst of the land of destruction. Already the land of destruction. I'm about to go destroy the land of destruction because it's meant to be destroyed. And brought thine unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death, and it touched the heaven, but it stood upon the earth. Then suddenly visions of horrible dreams troubled them sore, and terrors came upon them unlooked before. Now they're going a little bit into, what happened in antiquity, but what also is about to happen here in the future, because everything repeats itself. All right? Go ahead, brother.
It's Jeremiah 25. I'm going to start at 31. It says, a noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, which, hey, that's the end game.
That's right.
Definitely talking about them ICBMs,
That's right.
It says, for Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. All flesh, he will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered, nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
That's right, though. And he was saying distresses upon the earth and all the shit that's going to happen, right? So you get a notification just now from Sacramento. 3 officers shot in Sacramento. Conditions unknown. Sheriff. 3 police officers in California have been shot, according to Sacramento County Sheriff Department. 3 suspects, 2 women and a man, were detained after a high-speed chase. 1 sheriff deputy and 2 California Highway Patrol officers were shot, according to the sheriff. There's going to be more and more and more drama, more and more destruction, more and more harrowing things going down until the Lord comes and set the earth back in order.
Hey,
right.
Elder, I just saw a video on social media just like an hour ago about a cop getting shot, man. You see the body cam. He's walking up to the Jake, because the cop was a Jake and the Jake was a Jake, right? The Jake was a Jake. But yeah, he walks up to him. He's like, hey, the cop's so damn stupid. He pulls out the taser instead of his gun. He says, take your hand out your pocket or I'm going to tase you. And this dude looking like he was stupid turned around and shot the hell out of him, man. shot the J Cop up, man. You know? But I got a piece of it, bro.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Go ahead, buddy.
This is Joel 2 and 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea and his hinder part towards the utmost sea. And that's over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the Middle East, which is the final stop. Do not pass go, collect death. Okay? All right. And his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he has done great things, man. So that stink's about to come up, man. The scriptures, what's this one scripture says? They shall be cast out as dung.
Right.
It's gonna be a big ass death party, man, and everybody's invited, man. You know.
That's right, brother.
People gonna be in all type of twisted positions, man. Ass in the air, pretzeled up, twisted up.
That's right. And it's a long time coming, man. But this change is gonna come. All right. You got some more scriptures, brother? If you give me that one in
Isaiah 14.
Yeah. Because the Lord is not playing, man. And meanwhile, this is GMS Houston. 2nd Ezra 9:22. Let the multitudes perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, which great labor have I made it perfect. All right. So the Lord, that's how the Lord feels about it. He said, man, let the multitude perish then, man. All right, let them die, man. All right, but let my grape be kept. Let the vineyard of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai be kept. And he tells you, it was also in the book of Isaiah, the 7th chapter, that his vineyard is Israel, man. This is Isaiah 7 and no shit. Kind. I just 5 and 7. That's what I've got the 7 for. Isaiah 5 and 7. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. But behold oppression. For righteousness, but behold a cry. You know? So he came to look upon us, and we out there crying. We getting oppressed. We getting fucked up. We getting beat down. All right. Yes, no?
I said, yeah, I got it. It's okay if I start at 5.
Brother, go ahead, brother.
Okay, this is Isaiah 14 and 5. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter
Start
of the
with 4.
Come. This is Isaiah 14 and 4. 144.
Come.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, saying, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
And that's America. The Lord said they're going to cease. Babylon is fallen. It's fallen, that great city. All right, go ahead.
Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. And
he's breaking their power structure as we speak. Out of all the presidents we ever had, one of them was venerated, revered, and renowned. Now you get Trump. I mean, every motherfucker's talking about him as worse than they do. I mean, they talk him like treating him like boo-boo, which is beautiful.
Crackers,
right?
These crackers really hate him too. A lot of these crackers hate him.
That's right. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
I mean, they've been beating us down. I mean, you know the picture of Pharaoh with the rod? He was beating us down, right? But, you know, they're beating us down with a continual stroke. Like, since we've been over here, nope, are not getting a rest 500 years straight. That's beat down, stay down. Nigga, don't even look, stay down. You sleeping? Wake the fuck up. You're down, you know. It's like we getting down with a continual stroke. That means it's not stopping.
Christopher Columbus said, what he say? He said,
he didn't let his sword go down for a moment.
You know,
that's right.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nation in anger, is persecuted and none hinder it. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea,
And that's what's going to happen when the Most High takes down Babylon the Great. The whole earth is going to be what?
the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
Man,
The wicked, which is dead.
you know,
Yeah,
well, we
that's
already
it.
know the scriptures say when the righteous is in rulership, the people rejoice. Why aren't the people rejoicing? Because the righteous is not in rulership.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us.
Man, the trees are going to rejoice. And also the trees are symbolic as, multifold for men. The people are going to rejoice. But guess what? As we keep this scripture keeps coming out, this is Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make, matter of fact, I'm gonna start off with matter of fact, I'm gonna go up a little bit. Verse 9. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna go up a little bit more. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 13 because we're gonna read a bunch of this. Go start at the top.
Start at the top.
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon.
This is what the Lord has said. This is this is the oracle. This is the word of the Lord toward modern day Babylon, which is America. Go ahead.
Which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them.
And that's why you see video after video, place upon place across Yasharala. You got all through America, all through Europe. You got camps popping up left, right, upside down, everywhere. All right, and what are they doing? Lifting up that standard of the scriptures and the doctrine to the point now we got everybody and their mama hating us. Go ahead.
Brothers in South America.
That's right,
got,
brother.
The brothers in Guyana.
That's right. Australia.
The brother Samak. We down in Puerto Rico, I believe. You got the Simeonite brother that was making the videos, man. Hey, so this thing popping, man.
That's right, brothers. And he on the comment board now. All right, go ahead.
In the middle of verse 2. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
And now watch this. I can go put on, I don't know if the elders is still live, but I can go to YouTube now. All right. And, okay, matter of fact, the apostles in Ramlab in Texas, and look at this, brother. See how many times the hands, she said, shake the hand. You'll see it as they teach. You're going to see that hand coming down, shaking. That's how we do this little move right here. Just, but when they're teaching, look, he can't even, he in the back, look. He's shaking the hand, man. All right? You can see the Lord is mad because when you get mad, you start using your arms and your hand like,
This man, we doing this shit.
Look, there you go. He just did it. He just shook the hand again. All right? That's what, look, he's shaking the hand now. Look, you don't even have to hear what they're saying. Look at it. Is he happy? Does he look like somebody who's thrilled and excited to be here? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. We're shaking the hand. Go ahead.
Verse 3. I have commanded my
That's cool. We're live show showing another live show.
A live show within a live show.
That's live show within a live show, brothers. Just to give them a little.
For the vines of the vine of Sodom and the fields of Gomorrah. Keep going. Their grapes are grapes of Baal. Their clusters are bitter.
And see, where does wine come from? Grapes. All right. So it tells you that it says that grapes are what?
It says their grapes are grapes of Baal. Their clusters are bitter.
Clusters of bitter. This philosophy that you get from the so-called white man is bitter.
Beautiful. Because this word is going out, bro. All right, go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 13:3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from my anger.
So, because he pissed, man. Because they drinking that bitter ass wine the brother was just talking about. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a whole bunch of shit. Go ahead.
Even them that rejoice in my highness. Oh, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
What we've been reading, man. The Joel 3rd chapter, the Zephaniah 3 and 8. You see? Go ahead.
Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Exactly. It says it's his determination to gather the nation, so he may pour upon them his fierce anger. Go ahead.
Verse 5. They come from a far country.
Ooh, what is that talking about? Brother, get second Esdras, grab second Esdras 16:13. Go ahead.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
From the end of heaven. Hey, we just read a noise shall come from the ends of the earth in Jeremiah the 25th chapter. What's that noise, man? You can read that. I believe it's is it Psalms the 91st chapter? Psalms 90, Psalms 91. What was that? It speaks about the secret place of the Most High. He shall hide you from the fowler.
Kind of.
Roughly paraphrasing. Yep, Psalms 91. Psalms 91 in verse 5, it says, "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day." And it's gonna explain what the arrow is. "Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday." Man. Go ahead, bro.
Back in verse 5. Even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation.
And the weapons of his indignation. Hey, what's that? Isaiah 54:16. Bible shot. Hit that real fast. Because it said they come from the end of the earth, even Yahweh and his weapons of his indignation. Go ahead, bro.
This is second Esdras 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Hey, bend the bow. It just called it an arrow, right? When you bend that bow and arrow. Go ahead.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
When they begin to be shot to the ends of the world, man. What arrow can be shot from one continent to another continent? Well, it was a movie called Broken Arrow, and what was it about? It was about a stolen missile, man. You see? So the arrows is talking about ICBM nuclear missiles. Go ahead, bro.
Back in Isaiah 13 and 5 at the end. To destroy the whole land. How ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all the hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid.
Hey, and that's ultimately that judgment that's coming, man. You know, because the Lord created. Hold that. Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and have created the waster to destroy.
The waster to destroy, man. That's them ICBM nuclear missiles, man. Hey, it's gonna wipe America clean. Scripture speak about Babylon shall not be inhabited. You know, it should be a habitation of owls and of eagles. It's basically desert animals, man.
Hey, not only is it's gonna tear up everything, those nucleus. Tear up everything. It's gonna drive all the rivers and lakes and shit. But also it's gonna whack all the people. The scripture says in Revelations it says I looked and there was no sea, because that sea is talking about people. So all these people, man, they're gonna be gone, man.
Because it should not be inhabited.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be nobody left standing on the shores of America, man. Let him keep going.
Okay, Isaiah 13 and verse 8. And they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Ooh, their faces shall be as flames, man. That's what's coming. Zechariah, I believe it's the 14th chapter, the 12th verse, speaks about what? Your eyes melting out of your socket, your tongue melting out of your mouth, man. Hey, that's a hell of a judgment, man. You know? And that's why the scripture says, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Our power is the king of terrors, man. Got whole ass niggas say, well, you fearmonger. Hell yeah, nigga. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
That's right.
Fuck you mean?
Man, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power.
There it is.
So you talking about fear mongering, motherfucker? Have you seen? You want to be in the middle of Houston right now? Do you want to be in the middle of these race wars that was going down in Virginia? You want to be in the middle of all the other bullshit that's going on in this motherfucking world today, man? You want to be in the middle of that? And who's, matter of fact, what did Ezra say? Who's gonna save me in those days? What is that? Second Ezra's
16,
I'm getting it. All right. See. Matter of fact, I got a couple precepts just off that statement. This is that second Ezra chapter 15, verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise them. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Hey, so that means you have to be out there signing and crying, man, because that's how you get that mark placed upon you.
That's right.
Ezekiel 9:4. That the walk that exempt from judgment.
That's right. Let's go up a little bit. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, the Lord, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So are we supposed to fear that?
Yeah.
Fear is the beginning of the knowledge of wisdom, man. And the beginning of knowledge of the Most High, man. All right, why? Because he said, I'm about to fuck this place up. If you knew somebody was, let's look carnally. All right, let's see who's one of the baddest fighters today. All right, let's say John Jones. Let's say John Jones. The motherfucker said, hey man, John Jones is about to come up here and he's about to beat everybody's ass in the room. Period. Now you're like, you don't fuck, you don't know no goddamn John Jones. Then you can look on the video equipment or look outside the window, you see the car coming up, you see this motherfucker big ass John Jones get out the car mad, putting his gloves on and shit. And you got a split second, a moment to hit out the back door. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? No, actually, I would say, what's up, John? How you doing? No, this motherfucker just told you he about to come whip some ass because he pissed off because y'all did what up the bam. Motherfucker's like, look, man, just in case, I'm gonna remove myself. I'm gonna look from a distance just to see.
Hey, because that's wisdom, man. When they came and told Paul that, look, these people was coming to seek thy life, what happened? Paul was let down the side of the window in a basket.
That's right.
He got out that jail.
That's right. That's right. Sometimes, matter of fact, what this Lord said, if you knew your house was going to be broken in two, you would have did what? You would have be prepared. You know what I'm saying? So, well, shit. Some motherfuckers say he's going to break into my shit. Okay, look. Hey, y'all, Papa Kashad, spend the night. I'm going to give you all y'all weapons. I want you to watch downstairs. I want you to watch the living room. I want you to watch the kitchen. I want to watch the bam. And so we be on point. Come break in. As soon as they coming up to our bow, got your ass. All right, what the fuck? Motherfucker tricked off of your ass. Gotcha. You know?
Hey.
So you be prepared, man.
Everybody be the Biggie song. Fuck. Which one is it? At the end. Yeah, because he told him. He called him and let him know that he was about to get robbed. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the name of the song, man.
Warning.
Warning, I believe it is.
That's warning.
Yep.
And that's so apropos to what we're saying. Right. That's a warning, man.
Yep.
All right. This is back to verse 5. 2 Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues against the world, the sword, famine, death, destruction, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. All right. 2 Ezra 16 and 15. No, let's see. I'll start off with 12. No, 11. The Lord shall threaten. Matter of fact, I got to go up some more. I mean, this is what the Lord says is going to happen. I'm gonna start at the top. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be to thee, Egypt and Syria. He's basically saying, look, he can went through the whole who's who of everybody on the planet, and he's basically saying that all y'all. All right, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you. What is he that may drive them away? All right. So Lord says they got this gonna happen, this gonna happen, this plague, this fire, this danger. It's about to be, and it's already started. That's the beautiful thing. It's already started.
Hey, didn't the Lord say, if I be a God, where is my fear?
That's right.
You're supposed to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
That's right.
He said, to this man that I will look, even to him that trembleth at my word, man.
Hey, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? A lion really hungry, and a lion coming, and a man, stop, move, shoot, get out of here, move, get out of here. That lion gonna be start with them fingertips, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's and he called the Most High called Yahweh Shai a lion. You know, that destroyer. All right. Or may anyone quench that fire in stubble? Let me see how quick you can go ahead on and put out an atomic bomb fire. I ain't even getting to the nuclear yet. All right. Motherfuckers can't even stop a wild forest fire. Started with the motherfucker flicking a cigarette. All right. Them fires been raging for so long. What? May anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it has begun? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? And that's a natural archer, but let's think about the missiles. You're not going to turn that away. But if a simple and normal arrow fire, once that bow is pulled and I say, "Pick," and I release it, jump that to the arrow and stop the motherfucker, that's done. It's going to hit its mark. All right. The Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? All right. Jumping down, verse 11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? I'm gonna go jump down again. That's why you can read all of this and read it for yourself. All right. Verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Verse 17. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days? The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death, the beginnings of war, and the powers shall stand in fear. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But they're not being amended. They're not being amended. All right?
Because the next verse, it says, verse 20, and keep reading. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness,
right,
nor be always mindful of the scourges.
That's right. But then they're going to get mad. You're teaching danger doctrine. You're teaching fear. The Lord said to do so. All right. Matter of fact,
it's going to be the same ones in Matthew 25 talking about give us a thy oil. And we was going to say go to the sellers and buy. What are you going to go buy? You're going to go buy this word. What's the beginning of this word? Fear. Because fear is the beginning of wisdom, man.
I'm getting it now, brother.
You got to believe that he is. You see, when you believe that he is, that you know that what, man? Hey, you know his reputation. It goes to his name, Shum, which means his reputation. What's his reputation, man? Hey, that he flooded this whole goddamn earth and left 8 people alive, man.
I got a couple of precepts for you right here. This is Sirach 1. And I'm going to start at the top. All wisdom cometh from the Lord, and it's with him forever. So in order for you to get wisdom, you got to get it from the Most High. I'm going to jump down. Verse 11, the fear of the Lord is honor and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing. The fear of Yahweh maketh a merry heart and giveth joy and gladness and a long life. Whoso feareth Yahweh, it shall go well with him at the last. Ooh. And he shall find favor in the day of his death. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. She has built an everlasting foundation with men, and she shall continue with their seed. To fear the Lord is fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with her fruits. All right, verse 18, the fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom and perfect health to nourish, both which are the gifts of God, and it enlarges their rejoicing that loveth him. All right, matter of fact, jumping down at 21, the fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away Wow.
And where it is present, it said where fear is present,
Yes, sir.
it turneth away wrath, man.
Yeah. Man, verse 27. For the fear of the Lord is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight.
You read that again, Bible Prashad.
For the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is wisdom and instruction.
And instruction. If I can read the scripture off the comment board.
Bible
Samakama. This is Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge.
That's right.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
That's right.
And the brother from Houston, he reiterated.
He was doing the same one. That's right.
Yep. But fools despise wisdom and instruction, man.
That's
Fools
right.
despise the fear, man. There's
That's
no
right.
fear of Yahweh Sham Yahweh before their eyes, as the scripture says.
Hey, verse 28, back in Ecclesiastes 1. Distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor, and come not unto him with a double heart. He tells us not to distrust him in that fear. All right. And verse 23 of Proverbs says, the fear of the Lord tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil. Why you think that we're fighting? And because we're afraid, man. We're afraid that we're not good enough. We're afraid that we're not going to make it, because it's a possibility that we don't make it. Just because we sit here and preach the scriptures and come out here week in and week out on the highways and byways and got thousands and thousands of videos and so forth, does not give us a green card of a platinum pass, a Great America, what do you call it in Great America, season gold pass. No, it don't do that. We have hope and we have faith that what we're doing is going to be rewarded and accepted. And that's our confidence. But it's in hope. And hope that is seen ain't hope.
That's right. That's right. Got precept.
Bible Kashai, brother.
This is Hebrews 11. I start at 6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him.
Man.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
That's right.
Verse 7, it's the point, right? By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet. The same thing, man, as us. We were warned through the prophets. We were warned by the Most High of things to come that are not yet seen. And a lot of the things that the prophets been saying are being seen today, man. Right? It says, moved with fear. Let me read that again. Hebrews 11 and 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness, which is by faith, man. Which is the same thing we doing. We're moving with fear. We're building this spiritual ark so we can possibly save our household, man.
That's right.
As Peter told Cornelius. No, I think it was the angel told Cornelius. For Peter, and he shall tell thee words that will be able to save thyself and thy household, man.
That's right.
Paul told that to that centurion when he was in jail, and he thought all the people in jail had escaped. He told that centurion, he told that jail keeper, he said, what, man? He said, look, I'm going to teach you these things that can save thyself and thy household, man. And that's moving with fear.
That's right. 2 Chronicles 19:7. Wherefore now let the fear of Yahweh be upon you. Take heed and do it. For there is no iniquity with the Lord our God, nor respect of persons, nor taking of gifts. We have to let that fear of the Most High and he's about to do, and this work that he's about to do, let it rest upon us now. Because the Lord doesn't have a respect of persons. If you're wicked, he's going to kill you. Okay? That's why we have to constantly examine ourselves. This Day of Atonement is not a Day of Atonement once a year. It's now present your bodies a living sacrifice. Give me that in Romans 12 and 1.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
That's right. He says, read it again.
Done. It says Romans 12 and 1. I beseech you, therefore.
I beg you. Who?
Brethren.
Brethren, bloodline of the same womb. right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead.
By the mercies of the Heavenly Father,
Hey, the Lord who's about to fuck this place up said, I got a mercy card for a few. Go ahead.
that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
So you should live. That means every day you should be sacrificing yourself. Paul said, I die daily. All right. Every day you should be sacrificing and fearing Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Yep. And it says, mortify your members, therefore, upon the earth.
That's right.
You know,
Keep under thy body. That's right.
Needs to kill.
That's right.
It says,
right.
That ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
And the Lord said, this is only reasonable. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to do anything over and beyond the call of duty. All right.
And can I say something? Mm-hmm. And also it says holy and acceptable, meaning separate and acceptable to Yahweh Shema Shai. Because just going out there presenting yourself a living sacrifice doesn't mean that you're acceptable sacrifice.
That's right.
You got a lot of motherfuckers that's out there, it's living sacrifice, but they're an abominable sacrifice.
Because hey, we mentioned it last night. All sacrifice, it's in the law. All sacrifices must be what? Seasoned with salt, man. Yeah. What's the salt? It's this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's the fear. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker scoff at, man.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of people they got that tainted offering, man. They offering it's like offering swine's flesh, man. When you coming out there and you out there as a living sacrifice, you could even be coming in your name, but you and you got false pretenses. You got your own agenda. You're not doing it. Hey, Scripture says, "Yahweh Shem Yahshua searches the hearts and the reins, man." Okay,
that's right.
I shall search Jerusalem with candles.
That's right.
The Most High knows why you're doing what you're doing.
Right. 1 Peter 1:17. And if you call on the Father, who without respect of persons judgeth according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning here and fear. What's that code? That says so much right there. If you call on the Father, if you're trying to make it to the kingdom, you're trying to do the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, who without respect of person judges according to every man's work. He don't give a fuck who you are. He don't care if you're noble. He don't care if you're weak. He don't care if you're strong. He don't care if you're fine. He don't care if you're ugly. He's going to judge you by what you do. What have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 ooh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta prove your love to me.
That's right. and we got to prove our love to the Lord. You got to show the Lord, you know, what you've done for him lately. He said, pass the time of your sojourning here, which let you know this is not our long home. All right. In fear. Why? Because we're in danger. We're under the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Right.
All right.
Under that the axe is laid to the tree, man. Hey man, we in straight danger, man. You know, we're in danger of getting chopped down if we don't bring forth no fruit, man. You know, or we don't bring forth fruit meet for repentance, man. If we don't bring forth fruit that's pleasing to the Most High, man. You know, if you come up with just wild grapes, man, the Lord don't want that shit, man.
This is Hebrews 13:14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
That's right.
By him,
That's
therefore,
one of my favorite scriptures.
By him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh continually. That is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name. But to do good and to communicate, forget not. For with such sacrifices, the Most High is well pleased. So like the brothers were saying, man, we're out here using our body and this vessel that we're in as a living sacrifice to show the Most High that we're sorry for all the atrocities that we've committed in this life and in past lives, and we're out here for our people as well. We're a sacrifice for their sins as well. You know, we're trying to get out of this place, man. We're trying to get. We really love ourselves. We love the Most High ultimately, and we love our people. That's why we're doing this, man. And when we see day in and day out that our people are in the worst conditions, our people have suffered the worst atrocities, and we're done. We're done disobeying the Most High, and we're done being unknowing to what we've been doing. we came into these scriptures, and now we know that we've been going off completely, and now we're trying our best to come back to the Most High. And by doing that, we're praising Him. Continue, like the scriptures say.
Right. This is Wisdom of Solomon 4. Let's see. This is Wisdom of Solomon 4, and let's see. I don't even know where to start at because all this is good. I'll start with 8. For honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time, nor that is measured by number of years. But wisdom is the gray hair unto men, and an unspotted life is old age. He pleased God and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners he was translated. Yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul. For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence, the wicked emotion, the emotional, lustful emotions and shit, doth undermine the simple mind. He being made perfect in a short time fulfilled a long time. For his soul pleased the Lord, therefore hasted he to take away him from among the wicked.
And that's why we pray in the Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man, to hasten the day.
That's right.
That's why we pray for fewer days, man.
That's right.
The longer we here, the more chance that we
Got to go off
get corrupt
and fuck up. That's right. All and understood it not, neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he has respect unto his chosen. Now Lord got respect unto the chosen and to the elect, but motherfuckers don't respect the Most High, and he gave them everything. Go and do whatever vice that you like. The Lord created it. What have you done for the Lord?
Yeah, one for you.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 2nd Esdras 1. I'm gonna start at 5. 2nd Esdras 1 and 5. It says, "Go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds,
right,
and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children." It says, "Because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me and have offered unto strange gods. Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsels. Pull thou off then the hair of thy head and cast all evil upon them. For they have not been obedient unto my law, but it is a rebellious people. How long shall I forbear them unto whom I have done so much good? Many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants, and all his power have I smitten down. All the nations have I destroyed before them. And in the east I have scattered the people of 2 provinces, even of Tyre and Zidon, and have slain all their enemies. Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I led you through the sea, and in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. I gave you Moses for a leader, and Aaron for a priest. I gave you light in a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you. Yet have ye forgotten me, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, the quails were as a token for you. Token means a sign, man. The quails were as a sign for you. I gave you tents for your safeguard. Nevertheless, you murmured there, and triumph not in my name for the destruction of your enemies, but ever to this day do ye yet murmur. Where are the benefits that I have done for you? When you were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did you not cry unto me? Thou brought us into this wilderness to kill us. It had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in this wilderness. Ain't the same thing niggas saying now, man. It's better to be a nigga in the world than to be a man of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, and it's true. See? It says, then had I pity upon your mornings, and gave you manna to eat, so ye did eat angels' bread. When you were thirsty, did I not cleave the rock, and waters flowed out to your field? For the heat I covered you with the leaves of the trees. I divided amongst you a fruitful land. I cast out the Canaanites, the Perizzites, and the Philistines before you. What shall I yet do more for you, saith the Lord?
Right.
You see? Thus saith the Lord. Slack, go ahead.
Hey, that's why it says right here in Psalm 68:19 says, "Blessed be Yahweh, who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the power of our salvation." Salah. He said, "What more could I have done to you?" Like just like he talked about his vineyard. He said he basically pruned it. He took care of his vineyard. He said, but it brought forth wild grapes, man.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what for did it bring forth wild grapes, man? He just growing any kind of way, man. When he did all this damn gardening work, man.
Yep.
Just rebellious, man.
Right.
This is,
And yeah, we're gonna wrap up in a few. So whatever last piece that you all have.
This is Isaiah 1:3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the
Right.
ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Most High. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. You know, like the brothers were saying, man, and like the scriptures say, man, our people have been unknowingly that our people benefit from the Most High, man. Because this thing, us being here and not being totally annihilated by the Edomites, man, that's a blessing for the Most High. But our people don't even see that, man. So now the Lord's gonna come back and just totally annihilate our people. They don't even see what, because the Edomites, they want to totally get rid of us, man. But like the scripture says, if you can't number the stars or the sand of the sea, man, you can't get rid of Israel, man. And that's what the Lord told the seed of the serpent, who are the biblical Edomites, man. So by that there, the Lord he's giving us a benefit there. And our people still don't consider that either. So they still want to go on and continue in their wicked ways, man. Just as the scripture saying, it says a people laden with iniquity, man. So the Lord has to completely get rid of that part of our people, man, which is the 66% or the 2/3 that should be cut off and die. You know?
Right. Right. Brother.
back in 2nd Esdras 1. You brothers have research?
No.
It's back in 2nd Esdras 1 verse 22. It says, "Thus saith Almighty Lord, when you were in the wilderness in the river of the Amorites, being athirst and blaspheming my name, I gave you not fire for your blasphemies, but cast a tree in the water and made the river sweet. What shall I do unto thee, O Jacob? Thou Judah wouldest not obey me. I will turn thee to other nations, and unto those will I give my name, that they may keep my statutes." And we're that other nation, man. You know, the Israelite foreigners. It says, "Seeing ye have forsaken me, I will forsake you also. When ye desire me to be gracious unto you, I shall have no mercy upon you. Whensoever you shall call upon me, I will not hear you, for ye have defiled your hands with blood, and your feet are swift to commit manslaughter. Ye have not, as it were, forsaken me, but your own selves, saith the Lord."
Right.
And I can keep going, but I'm gonna stop there, man. Because ultimately, man, it ain't Yahweh Shem Yahweh you forsaken. It ain't the men out there on the corners you hate. You understand? You forsook your own goddamn self, man. You hate your own self, man. Because the Lord put all this here for us. So if you hate the Lord, that means you hate your goddamn self.
And we always use that analogy of that movie Tales from the Hood. When dude Crazy K, the whole time that old girl was trying to get his ass to turn to righteousness and shit. And he didn't know he was already dead, you know what I'm saying? Well, she was giving another chance to live. He was like, "I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck." And that's when them niggas, "I don't give a fuck neither, motherfucker." That wrath came on his ass, man. You know, scripture says that so there was no remedy, man. There ain't gonna be no remedy, man, for what's about to happen to you motherfuckers, man. Ain't gonna be a band-aid big enough in the world, man, to put on your ass, man.
That's right. That's right.
That was it. That's all scripture.
So, hey, bottom line is this, man. You know, the Lord is on his way back. The righteous are trying to atone for their bullshit, living in fear, wondering who's going to save us in this day, hoping we're going to make it. And since we believe that and know that, we're doing all the things we can do to live our life the best way according to the scriptures as possible. we look out in nature, is every day the news is coming out with another beautiful setback to Esau's agenda, and it's wonderful. So, bottom line is we're going to continue to push out this truth, continue to edify our people, continue to show ourselves worthy. So when the Lord returns, we have our garments on, and they're white in the sight of the Lord. All right, and brothers, just get deeper, pray, continue to keep this spirit of the Day of Atonement in your mind every day. And the water to the Lord for only requiring of us one day out of the year, because shit, it would have been easy. The Lord said, "No, y'all got to fast one day a week. Y'all that wicked." You know what I'm saying? And who can scoff at the Lord for saying that? Because He's right. We really off. And we don't all. And I guarantee you, if I ask this question, I already know what that brother's going to say, because I know I'm in that boat. Who fasts a lot? Or who would say we need to fast more? If you need to fast more, raise your hand. And Yaki off screen lifted up both feet and both hands.
And his beard.
You know what I'm saying? Only one in the room who didn't lift up a hand is the cat.
His ass going to fast tomorrow night.
Exactly, right.
Hey, that happened in it's that the Book of Jonah.
Yeah.
I think they made everything fast.
Right,
if I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
it might be the Book of Jonah.
Hey, the book.
I know what you're talking about. I remember the account.
Hey, the book of Judith. Judith, basically, when Israel was mourning, when they thought the Holofernes and all them was about to come whoop their ass, they said that they was mourning and their cattle and the beast was mourning.
That might be the account I'm talking about.
Yeah, they animals was damn mourning, man.
Mm-hmm.
The damn cows was.
I mean, I didn't want to feed the dog and cat today just because, and I've done it in the past, not fed them. So now you fasting too, But it's not necessary. If it was scriptural, I'll do it. I did it just because I was in the spirit one year, but anyway, all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, God of York, and great millstone of GMS. Honors to all you Akim around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and teaching sincerity. Stay diligent, stay watching. It's only going to get better, crazier, and eventually the kingdom. Abba, Shalom.
You got to get worse before it gets better.
That's right. This is the storm, and it's not quiet no more.
Yes, man.
I was just about to.
Say. I knew you about to say it. Here's a man with a plan, with a can in his hand, with a frying and stands in the
From
sun.
Afghanistan.
From Afghanistan.
I don't know his plans, but I tell you, man,
They won't stand as long as I can.
That's man, that was a classic. That's one of the